So the month of Cheshvan is a very interesting month of the year in that it's the only month of the entire cycle of the calendar that actually has nothing going on. So not highs. Let's say Tishrei is high, Kislev is high, Nisan is high, and then there's also months that represent down or low. Tammuz, Av, Tevis, and then Cheshvan is a silent month. It's the only month of the year that has no holidays, not Torah holidays, not rabbinic holidays, not customs, nothing.
Except November 6th. At least Trump won. Otherwise, we would have been in real silence.
Right. Okay. So the up until then, so the month of Cheshvan is a very quiet month. In fact, the word Cheshvan comes from the word Chosh. Chosh means silence, and this is a very, very important month because in life, any time, any type of relationship, whether it's a relationship between you and Hashem or you and others, when things are really exciting and there's a lot of external stimuli, so people get into it. It's Rosh Hashanah, it's the Seder, it's Lag BaOmer, it's Purim. Everyone gets excited, even when it's more sad. So either in life, when you're moving up, you feel life. When you're moving down, you feel life as well. It's either tragedy or comedy. And either way, you're feeling good, but you feel something. So you're feeling good or you're feeling bad, but at least you're feeling. Cheshvan is a quiet month. There is no feelings. It represents something that's flat. But the truth is that the true transformation and the true growth of a person in any situation is in those times when things are just normal. If you're talking about relationships, you feel close to your spouse or close to your parents in a good time. It's a wedding or it's a good time. That's a nice thing. And then there's other times you feel very close because you're going through something, God forbid, tragic or sadder. And then there's just a Tuesday afternoon. And are you there for the other person on the Tuesday afternoon? And that's the real trick in relationships, not in the high times, not in the low times, because that's when always people show up. People show up in the high times and low times. The harder time to show up is when it's flat and there's nothing going on. But that's really the truth of a deep relationship is when you show up in those times. And in a way, that is actually the place where everything is possible because that's the ayin, that's the emptiness that allows the possibility for everything to occur. In order for miracles to occur, for extraordinary things for us in our personal lives and our collective life, in order to experience these things, if we're in a high state, certainly if we're in a low state, then we're locked into a certain paradigm, we're locked into a certain way, and nothing extraordinary can happen to us. And the only way we can open ourselves up to something that's miraculous is by being quiet, by stopping, by being just present in the moment and saying this is the foundation of something that will evolve into something that's miraculous. So when we're in the in-between states, like Cheshvan, that's why Cheshvan comes before the miracles of Hanukkah. The miracles of Hanukkah cannot occur if we're stuck in a certain way. Let's say a person is in a job, let's say for example, and they're making, I don't know what today people make. Let's say a person is making $100,000 and the person really wants to make $1 million and that they're in this job. So they get a raise and it bumps up a little bit more, and they get up to 200. But then you're out of a job. And when you're out of a job, maybe you're going to get a job that's going to give you $1 million. So sometimes, not sometimes, always when we're stop and we pause and we allow ourselves to be in that in-between state, and not in the high and the low, we open ourselves up for miracles and blessings.
Beautiful.